Who is y'all to tell me what he diagnosed with and what he look like, what he sound like? Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child, to be honest.
It's time to just say what it is so that you can stop being embarrassed and harboring that guilt. I literally spoke what I saw because I was in shock.
When Chrisean appeared at a church function holding her nearly 2-year-old son, everyone noticed that he hadn't made much progress since she had chosen to keep him off social media. Many people were worried about his health. Because she was denying his needs and was sure that his issues would go away with time, but she couldn't have been more mistaken. A doctor who watched his video go live on X confirmed what most people had been speculating about all along. Junior might never be able to speak unless they seek some serious help to aid in his developmental. As if the delays weren't enough, Blueface's mother further exacerbated the situation by claiming that Chrisean is to blame for her son's behavior. Since Chrisean first officially introduced him to the world, she streamed her birth live on Instagram, and after months away, she returned raving about how perfect he was in every way. However, people weren't really seeing any of that because the baby didn't move his head or have hand-eye coordination, but what really turned people on was when they heard him cry. He was screeching like a cat, and Crone was making every effort to make it seem as if nothing was wrong, showed up at a live stream to defend getting a tattoo of Blueface on her face, and her son started crying in the background right away. People couldn't help but notice that something didn't feel right, so when she uploaded another video of herself feeding him, fans also pointed out that he didn't really react to the food or the spoon until it was close enough to him, and he was already 8 months old. What 8-month-old sees food and doesn't want to grab it? Why didn't he have the typical reaction that most babies have when food is nearby? Comments were made about her drinking and smoking while she was carrying him resulted in his illness. One individual even stated, Chrisean Rock is in denial when it comes to Junior. He isn't reaching milestones. He should have enough strength to support his head and chest while lying on his tummy. He also doesn't coo or smile. People were out there saying that what Chrisean Jr. was dealing with was Crudoc, a genetic defect that has nothing to do with the smoking and drinking that Chrisean was doing. However, when Chrisean saw the comment, she wasn't having any of it and snapped at people, saying that it was just haters trying to make something out of nothing. Remarked that the milestones people are referring to were fabricated to boost a parent's pride, rather than genuinely commemorating a child's development. How does that make sense? Yes, it would bring you joy to see your child reach certain milestones, but you all know how much work it takes to bring a child into the world and raise them properly. These benchmarks also give everyone a sense of where their children are. If your child isn't doing certain things at the age that they should, parents can easily identify developmental delays and address them. According to doctors who commented online, Chrisean's son had all of fetal alcohol syndrome's physical features. He had a small head, flat mid-face, large low-set ears, and small eyes with folds in one corner. His high-pitched crying may have been brought on by crude conversation, but it could also have been the result of infant alcohol withdrawal. People have also noticed that when he is photographed, his pupils appear white rather than red, which may indicate that he has a vision problem, but Cashin didn't seem to care and has asked people to stop trying to diagnose him. She said that she took him to the doctor and that there was nothing wrong with him.
They diagnosed my baby on the internet. My baby is healthy. They would have told me he had syndrome. He's healthy, bro. Just because that picture wasn't that cute doesn't mean I could diagnose my baby on the internet. That shit is wild.
Chrisean was actually recording every minute of her child's life, and if she ever took him to the doctor and everything was fine, she would have posted it to show her detractors wrong. However, Blueface, who I should also add is just as lazy as Crotch, has criticized her for delaying their son's hernia surgery because she said she had other things to do until it got worse. It wasn't until after Blueface's tirade that she took Junior to have the surgery done, and she posted right away about how quickly he was recovering. In order to dispel the claims that her son wasn't improving, Chrisean uploaded a video of him attempting to walk. However, it only served to highlight the point that everyone had been making. We had never seen him walk, talk, hold a spoon, laugh, or do anything else that a typical 1-year-old child should be able to do at this age. people began criticizing her for wanting a child solely to keep her relationship with Blueface going, and her former best friend Janet added fuel to the fire by implying that Chrisean is seriously denying that Junior needs assistance.
When people are in denial of stuff, it's like you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality.
And after all of the criticism, Chrisean ultimately decided to keep him out of the spotlight and stop posting about him on social media. I think we can all agree that was the best move she's made in a long time. But when she took her son to church to premiere her new song, Yahweh, people were shocked to see that not much had changed with him. Remember, he's almost 2 years old, so people aren't upset because of his disability. What enrages them is that he is a victim of his surroundings, and all we witnessed his parents doing was a lot of toxic, unusual, and immature things that led to the fact that Cash is still in denial and won't do more to help her son speaks to the immaturity and unfortunate circumstances that their son was born into. It also doesn't help that Blue's mother, Clarissa, has made it clear on multiple occasions that her son does indeed have a problem. Clarissa has never liked Chrisean, and she may have transferred some of that energy and aggression to Junior. But even with that said, she explained that it's still heartbreaking to see him this way, when things could have been so different.
It crushed my heart to look at my grandbaby and see that, and that was my first time seeing it.
Oh, God.
And it did. It crushed my heart a little bit. It did. But I love all my kids no matter what I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids, but I ain't gonna lie. My first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked at his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt.
She doesn't want the public scrutiny that would follow if she acknowledged what everyone has been saying is true, because that would also require her to take responsibility for her actions. They all witnessed her smoking and drinking as if she didn't care at all, and now it's all come to this.
I said she drank, and because I hear the cry and I see what y'all see, I do feel like there could be some type of neurological problem. I do see that. I'm not blind and I'm not dumb. I'm not fixing to play blind or dumb.
People don't have positive things to say about Chrisean Sr. after witnessing Crone Jr. acting in this way. It's time for her to stop playing the victim, because she made a very bad decision with this one, Cash. She ruined her baby, who didn't ask to be born in this mess. It's sad that a baby for him. Why are people surprised that Chrisean's son might have special needs? She smoked during her pregnancy, and Zeus captured her doing it on camera. She was unprepared to have a child, and now the child suffers as a result of her carelessness. I feel sorry for her son, not for herself. I believe she is aware of her responsibility for his shortcomings, and although she is in excruciating pain behind closed doors, she refuses to confront the truth because she knows she is to blame for his condition. Instead, she will continue to hope he improves. If a baby is still unable to walk, talk, or even babble at 20 months, that is a serious red flag. Flag and Cash are going through a lot as a new mother, and perhaps no one is nearby to support and guide her. What your thoughts are on this situation? Because there will be more videos in the future, please leave your opinions in the comments section and make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.